Hey folks, Uncle Jussie here in Chelsea. I am in the corner of, right now I'm in the corner 22nd and 8th Avenue, and behind me there's a florist. You can see back there, I'm pointing back there. There's a florist that's been there for many, many years. I mean, as long as I remember, there's been a florist there. I got pictures of it back in the 80s and stuff like that, and I'm going to show you those pictures soon. But anyway, a lot has changed here in 8th Avenue from when I remember. There goes the florist, there it goes. And then all these other stores have changed as well, so you can see. So anyway, I'm gonna let me show you across the street quick. The New London Pharmacy is over there now. It used to be on 23rd Street. There you go, New London Pharmacy. There used to be a jewelry store over here. Now there's a Popeyes. Okay, the firemen are coming, so let me turn this phone off. So folks, across the street used to be a, let me see, right there where that gourmet, it used to be a funeral home there. I think it was Walter B. Cook, I'm not sure. But I know that at one time, there was a fire and it burned down. So it's in the corner 22nd and 8th, okay? This is the east side of the sidewalk. There used to be a jewelry store there called the Encanto, and numerous other stores there, no longer there. And then, of course, the Key Food used to be on this side. And of course, the hotel. There used to be the Arlington Hotel, which was a rundown hotel. No longer, it's a fancy hotel now, I guess. Well, actually now it's closed, I think. But it used to be like an old rundown hotel. I think it was one of those welfare hotels they used to call it. The Arlington, I believe it was called. So anyway, folks, I'm on the corner, on the west side of the corner, on 22nd and 8th. And behind me, you see the Chelsea florist that's been there forever, right in this corner here. I mean, as long as I remember. And I've been around for a long time. So anyway, I'm going to take you down a tour. Today I'm going to be a little tour. I'm going to take you down 22nd Street. And I mean, a lot hasn't changed there too much. But I'm going to take you down to show you. There goes this building here. This is 301 West 22nd. And it's called the Gem Hotel. It's, I guess, under reconstruction or something. But it used to be called the Arlington. And that's what it was back in the days. And it was like sort of a welfare hotel, sort of. And I'm gonna, so this is, a lot hasn't changed. So I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna be walking down 22nd Street. And between 22nd, between 8th and 9th. And you'll see some of there's a church here that you probably, I don't know too much about this block, but I know there's a convent here. There's a church right there, I forgot the name of it. Oh, it's a Lutheran church, okay? And these are all the brownstones. Some of them has been restored, and some of them have not. And so it's called German Evangelical Lutheran Church. That's what it is. And let me see if I can zoom in. I can zoom in on the sign there, so you can see it. There you go. You can see the name of it. See, Church of St. Paul. Okay, so that's what it is. And so Colonial House, very well known in the gay community. Colonial House, bed and bath, and it was the first permanent home of the gay men's health crisis. Right here behind me. So this is Colonial House, which was the first permanent home of the gay men's health center. Now right here, right behind me. So this thing has a lot of history there, and that's where it all started. The health center, the gay men's health center, and the crisis and all that other stuff that happened during the AIDS epidemic. So so let me turn you around and just show you. The houses are still, I mean, most of these houses, I still remember them the way they were. And yeah, so this is 22nd Street, folks. Not too much has changed, not that much, but I don't know. So there goes to some of the houses. Like I said, most of these houses, some of them have been rebuilt, remodeled or whatever renovation, and some of them have not. So, but I don't know if anybody is on this page who, I'm pretty sure they are, who lived on 22nd Street between 8th and 9th. And this is what it looks like. This house over here is being remodeled up here. And it's been like that for a while. And they're doing work on it. And you can see it's actually 348 West 22nd Street. So, and okay, so now reaching the corner here is what I remember. I don't know if they changed the name. It used to be called Clinton Towers. And there goes that parking lot down there. And there's a dental office here. And like I said, this building was called Clinton Towers. I don't know what it's called now. But we're gonna, as we approach it, I'm gonna see what it's probably changed the name of it, but this is it. Okay, and okay, so now it's called. I remember it is called London Townhouse, and you can see behind me, London Townhouse. It's 360 West 22nd Street. So yeah, so that's what it is now. Now in the corner here, used to be a supermarket called the International. Now it's a Rite Aid, but they have a Rite Aid in every corner. It used to be called the International Supermarket. I remember it because my mother used to go there every Friday to do groceries. It was like clockwork. And now, of course, it's called Rite Aid because Rite Aid is in every damn corner in New York City. So there it goes. Okay, Rite Aid. So that's what it is behind me. Okay. So anyway, folks, this is now I'm still on 22nd Street, but I'm between 9th Avenue and 10th Avenue. Okay, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these houses all have been fixed up, and this is what it looks like now. And very quiet block, very nice block. I had a friend of mine who used to who lived in this block. His name was Rusty Stewart, and I went to school with him. I don't know whatever happened to him, but he lived in a building. One of these buildings, I went to his house once. It was this old building, but the apartments were nice. I mean, they were small, but they were nice. I mean, to live on 22nd Street, But he lived there for a long time when we went to junior high school together. Last time I heard, he was working in transit. Rusty Stewart. I would love to run into him. We were good friends in junior high school. Got in a lot of trouble in junior high school. So anyway, folks, there's nobody around now, and I'm going to take my mask off. You can see these buildings. You can see across the street. Let me show you across. These are some of the buildings on 22nd Street, and like I said, they all been remodeled, and it's just beautiful houses here. Okay. So my friend Rusty lived in one of these buildings. I think it might have been this building. It looks like it's 454 22nd Street, 456. So I don't know if anybody remembers these buildings, but I'm pretty sure that somebody on the page, on the Chelsea page, probably lived in this block or knew somebody who lived on this block. Okay. Now we're approaching Clement Moore Park, which obviously it looks like it's under some kind of restoration. The park is closed now. There used to be a lot of people used to go in there and sleep at night and everything like that. Now it's mostly for kids. They have swings in the back, and they have kids playing in there with their parents. But this is Clement Moore Park, named after Clement Moore, who was founder. His family owned the property here in Chelsea, and they sold it to the city. And this is what became of Chelsea and the whole thing. There's a whole story behind it, but a very interesting story behind it. And again here, I tell you, folks, I love my Chelsea. I love doing these videos because people who don't live in Chelsea anymore, they see these videos and they go, oh my God, you brought me so many memories. This is crazy. What happened to this? What happened? It was no longer there. I'm coming over to the corner of 22nd and 10th Avenue now, and I'm approaching the corner where the Empire Diner. It's been used in movies and all kind of commercials and stuff like that. It's been used a lot. Now I'm going to show you across the street for a minute there. That's the school. Guardian Angel is there. Now I don't know what's up with Guardian Angel, if it's open or closed, but that's Guardian Angel. And there's a building here in the corner that's being built. There used to be an auto parts store, and there was a trucking business there. for many years. And this is 22nd Street, and it's all being reconstructed. And of course, on 23rd Street, this big building there used to be a gas station, and there goes the Empire Diner. It looks like it's being opened. It looks like they're going to open up soon, because it looks. Let me see. I'm crossing the street. There's people working in there, cleaning up, and it looks like it's back to life. It really does. The Empire Diner. So it looks like the lights are on. Oh, it says reopening. So yeah, the Empire Diner now reopening. So it looks nice. Looks nice. So folks, I'm on 23rd and 10th Avenue, and I'm going to show you. This is what the London Terrace is. And the bank. There's a Chase Bank that years ago used to be a chemical bank. When I grew up, it was a chemical bank. If you guys remember that. And let me just show you the view now. All these different buildings. These are all part of Hudson Yards. You got in the background here, you have a tall building there. There used to be a beer distributor there. Across the street, there used to be a Pottery Barn. So there's a lot of stuff that's changed. A lot of stuff. There's an entrance there to the High Line, actually. And it's all changed. So yeah. So folks, this bank is still here. It's Chase Bank now. And the post office, and let me show you, across the street, the building that used to be, that building right there, used to be Pottery Barn for many years. And the car wash, I don't know how that car wash has survived, but it's been there for many, many years. There's a building there. In the corner, used to be a gas station called Power Test. And that's also survived, and it did survive. And there's a building. What has survived is the post office. That's been here for many, many years. Since I was a kid, my mother used to always come to this post office. And this is what it is. It's the London Terrace Station. The London Terrace Station, there you got it. Across the street was the Power Test, and there's a big, huge building there. And there was a Power Test gas station. And that's what it was back then. And let me take a picture of this corner. Here. So in the corner used to be Chelsea Commons. Over here used to be the cashier, and then before that was a liquor store. And then you had the Hitchman hardware store. Okay. Now, and then of course over here there was a store that was closed for many, many years. Then opened up now to Subways, as you can see. And then of course next door was the famous Pancho. I always come by here. I gotta mention Pancho because Pancho was a legend here in this neighborhood. You know, it was a landmark. So that's what it was back then, and many, many years ago. Now it's a store, general store that sells stuff on there. And there was a restaurant over here. Used to be owned by a guy named Pachang, and then it was Junior and his sister. And over here used to be the old London diner. It was a diner. It was called Old London. I think the guy's name was Mike. And so the restaurant behind me was Junior and Norma. Norma actually lived in my building, and that was it. And of course, as we get to the corner, who could forget the famous Joe's Bar, which has been closed down for many years. And Joe's Bar behind me. And let me switch this around. And that's what Joe's Bar looks like now. It's a shame. It's all rumbles. The sign is up there still. It says Joe's Tavern. And a lot of the old Irish guys used to hang out here in front here and sit down, and it was a great time. And there goes the old London restaurant. Now it's a pizza shop, and then of course Pancho's grocery store, and down the line. And this is what 10th Avenue looks like. And it's just a lot of so let me take a picture of this building here, because I got to get this building and something I'm going to do. Well folks, with that said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, because it was a short video. It wasn't anything planned, but I just wanted to go down that block and show a few people what it looks like nowadays. I'm going to do another video which yo, what's up? I'm going to do another video. See, people know me all over the place. I'm going to do another video which will show some history of Chelsea and some of the people who lived here. And I'll be right back with that video. I'm going to do that video now.